My name is Brie Postema, and I'm a junior on the volleyball team.
As Postema
finding the floor, Postema.
Yeah, Postema.
Quickly, Virginia Tech.
Before I knew Christ, I was lost and without hope. I was dead to my sin and a slave to my sin, but I came to know Christ when I was young. I grew up in a Christian home, so I always kind of knew who Jesus was and what he did for me on the cross. However, it wasn't until about high school that I really started to pursue a relationship with the Lord and just claim it as my own. When I was in high school, I was driving to school one morning, and my drive to school is a bunch of back roads. It was early and it was getting cold, and I hit black ice. I completely lost control. I slid all over the road and through the grass, and I ended up taking a nosedive in a ditch. Through that, I really experienced the Lord's faithfulness. I believe he was faithful when he protected me that morning, but he was faithful every day after that. And the only thing that brought me peace and comfort behind the wheel was prayer and worship music. Because driving was terrifying for me after that. It was something that I just dreaded and hated doing, and I wanted nothing to do with being behind the wheel. But the Lord just brought me this peace and comfort, and sometimes that looked like saying the same phrase again and again and again and just repeating it. The more time I spent with Jesus, the more I got to know him and the more I could depend on him. And I realized, man, if I can trust on the Lord to be dependable here and be relied on in this area of my life, I can depend on him and rely on him in every other aspect of my life. And if I can trust him to show up here, I can trust him to show up in everything else that I do. So shortly after that, I was baptized, and I committed to pursuing the Lord in a relationship with him for the rest of my life. And I surrendered who I am in my life at the feet of Jesus. And since then, the Lord has been so faithful in the way that he has grown me and disciplined me in different ways. Now that I know Jesus, my life has so much purpose. And the purpose that Christ gives me is to love and serve those around me well. It's to glorify the Lord in all that I do, and with all that I am, to make Jesus known and build disciples of Christ. And I love that purpose because I don't have to do something or be something or accomplish something first in order to pursue that purpose. I can pursue it on good days and bad days. I can pursue it regardless of where the Lord leads me and regardless of what I'm doing. Now that I know Christ, I also have freedom because Jesus has defined my worth and my value and my identity for me. And when he did what I could never do, when Jesus died on the cross to pay the debt that I owe as a sinner completely and in full, he defined my worth and my value, and he defined who I am as a child of God. And so I don't have to prove that. I don't have to prove my identity as an athlete. I don't have to prove my worth and my value in the classroom or in anything else that I do. And I have freedom to just rest in the truth that Jesus defined it all for me. And FCA has helped me with that because it challenges me in different ways, whether that's leading a small group or speaking at different events like Fields of Faith. FCA pushes me out of my comfort zone a little bit. FCA has also just provided these really fruitful friendships and relationships that are just glorifying to the Lord, these people that love Jesus and they point me to Christ and just encourage me in a way that is fruitful and glorifying to Christ. And so super thankful for the opportunity that it's been to just lead FCA and be a part of it.